Mike.
We're live.
Come on, Cowlazars, hit that live button.
Stop yelling at me. All right, everybody. It is Friday night. It's been a long day, a lot of work issues. We got those worked out. And because what do? We bring you the news. It is breaking news. We got something new tonight. We're going to talk about a couple things. Okay. What?
I don't know.
Let me share this because I still haven't figured out how to schedule it. So you talk to the people and we'll share.
Okay, make sure to send it to Forrest. Make sure to put it everywhere. And hi, peeps. Let me go now because here it is. Okay.
So first, let's do this.
K-Pro Cow Pow Wow.
It's Friday night. It's all right.
K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's a K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. They want to find the treasure. They want to find it now. They are K-Pro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. Marion and Indy are what they're like. Although their real names are Christy and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure? They just might. Tune in to find out Monday nights. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow.
All right, cut it off. We can't find a treasure. It's already been found, but we could find another treasure. But anyway, all right, you talk to them. I'm going to share this everywhere. Can't hear you, honey. You're muted. Oh, you're muted.
Oh, crap. Okay, hold on. I have very important things like PlayStation things. I'm in the house again. What do you
got to get the kids situated first.
Yeah, so give me just a sec. Oh, there it is. Oh,
I could just play a different song. Is that what everybody wants?
Oh, no. Oh, no. We got stuff to say. Hold on.
Keep posting
Unpicing device. You are now in PlayStation love. Bye, T-Bro. Ooh,
so I posted
hey.
it in the Grand Adventure group, and I know you guys are going to be like, is it a hint? Is it a clue? It's about K-Pro's poem. It's not. At least I don't think. So we'll see. Okay. I'm sharing because sharing is caring. And when you have a tent in one of your living rooms for the house that Chase Opley built, that's pretty cool too. Okay, here we go, everybody. Sharing the link, getting the people in here so we can get this information out to the community. What is it? What could it be? Only K-Pro knows. I don't even know.
Hold on.
All right. Yeah, hang on. We got to do some maintenance, a little housekeeping stuff. Hang on. Sharing is caring. Hello to Forrest Fenn if you're watching.
Okay, we're a little discombobulated.
I know.
D-Pro, please help me. I got a pretty cool thing, and no, it's in a big box. Did you, Mike, you know the package we got in the mail today? Do you still have it over with you?
I never saw it. No. Oh, I have.
Don't say you never saw it.
Jeez, I have one coin. That's what I have.
You didn't see the thing that you, whatever. Okay, I'll be right back, y'all.
I got one coin. That's what you gave me. You took the other thing. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. We're trying to get stuff done over here so we can talk about what we need to talk about. So give her a minute. I'm posting on Thor. I'm posting on Hint of Riches. Where else did I miss? Super Chat's on, and you can thumbs up the video. Maybe you want to hear what the news is before you thumbs up the video. Or maybe you know it's going to be awesome because we went live, and you thumbs it up anyway. This. Yeah, that's what I have. Okay, maybe that's what she's looking for. Okay, hang on, everybody. There is a grand adventure going on. If you haven't bought in, you should, because that prize pool's at $1,140. It's crazy. No Solutions, world famous gamer. And yes, we did not do a drawing today. Me and K-Pro will go live tomorrow, probably. I'm not going to say in the morning, around noon. I don't know. And we will go live to give updates on the Grand Adventure. But we're not here for the Grand Adventure. We're here for Forrest Fenn Treasure Update. Isn't that right, K-Pro? It's muted, honey.
Okay, I'm not going to cut him, but I'm a little grumpy is all I have to say. Daisy Dindy.
And me? With who?
I'm just, okay, can I tell you? how much I love my Chase Dad, and everybody thought this was fixed. And you people,
Hey, bro, won the drawing, everybody.
Yep.
That's awesome. We were actually in a poker table, and she's like, "I won." And we were at a poker table, and we were in, and I won. I'm like,
so
"Won
there's
what?"
a
Like the coin.
certificate
What
of
coin? What the hell's going
authenticity.
on? Yeah,
So
show them. Awesome.
here's what we got. And this is going to D-Pro for his collection. Look how cool that is. And it's all fluffy and
I
nice.
give you $10 for it, D-Pro. Not just $10, 10 V-bucks for it.
Shut your face.
Just kidding. All right.
But here's the cool thing, because search dads realize that not one, you can't play Sophie's Choice and say who gets what. He knew this was going to D-Pro. Guess what he sent Sam Lazars?
Play Sophie's Choice.
I'll wait to see if Mike actually heard the question I just asked him.
I heard Sophie's Choice. What? Oh, as far as who gets it? Was that the Sophie's Choice?
So any search dad, okay, try to listen up this time. Any search dad knows, and yes, we have some Forrest Fenn stuff, but give me a second. We know that search dads know not to play Sophie's Choice, and decided
gotcha. Now I
to
understand.
send something to Sam. So, oh, she hasn't seen it yet, so she's poking her
Live
head.
right now?
It says
For Sam.
Look at this.
Ooh, that looks like an AGK coin, everybody. There it is. Oh, actually, you've seen it already in the AG. It's just not breaking news. Breaking news for our channel, but you got
breaking news for us.
That
so
is an
there you
AGK
go.
coin.
Both
That's
my
pretty
kids.
awesome.
He's awesome.
Thanks, Toby. We appreciate it.
Yes, Toby, Shelly, we love you.
Okay, Hint of Riches, the Forrest Fenn Hunt is still a very active forum, everybody. If you got something to say regarding the Forrest Fenn treasure,
yeah, and you know what?
There.
So let's start with a little bit of drama. I know that you guys are shocked that I happen to have a little bit of drama that follows me. And there are two things that I want to say related to one. The first one is Thor. We have a searcher. He goes by the name of O. O believes that the pictures that were put out were doctored in some way. He's an advanced person when it comes to Photoshop and all of the stuff, and he's been getting quite a bit of flack. I rarely have to jump into the level that I spent an hour reviewing an entire thread. There was some attacks. Those of you that think that if you say anything bad against Forrest, I ban you, I do not. I reviewed every single thread. I didn't give any bannings. I said, guys, everybody take the corners. Cut it out. Some people were offended on Forrest's behalf. Some people were personally attacking O. I personally like O. I don't agree with his theory. I think they might have been. I don't think there's a there. I can't even really understand it. So I don't understand why.
Question for the jury. Has Forrest Fenn ever told you to ban anybody off of hintofriches.com?
No.
Laughable. She says laughable question.
Well, but here's the funny part. Actually, he was upset when I did ban somebody. I told this person and they were upset and they were whatever.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, I was just going to say I banned somebody for saying they had the treasure chest, and he said he knew that person's story, and he said, can you be a little bit just know that there's a there and maybe try to be as nice as you can to that person. And I thought that was so sweet, and I said I will, so if he wants to come back he can, but he can't say he has a treasure chest. This was like 2 years ago. So I will say there is one case where I told him, he was like, why isn't such and such on there? He's like, he's a searcher. And I'm like, yeah, I had to ban him because he kept saying he had the treasure chest in his hand. And yeah. Would it help if I jumped in and improved Photoshop use? Not sure why there has to be a problem using Photoshop. It's used all kinds of Forrest Fenn pictures. Yeah, and I actually brought that up. Not important. Not that it's not important. I asked Dale on one of his pictures. I'm like, this has been photoshopped. He's like, yeah, I do it for lighting. I take things out that shouldn't have been there. Huh?
Dale said, I do it all the time.
Right, because he's a photographer. It's an art. Many people see it as an art. Anyway, doesn't matter. All I'm saying is there was a big, huge hubbub on Thor. But here's the thing. Do not personally attack. I don't care who you are. One person decides. So I went in onto the thread after spending an hour going through every single one. And I said, there's about 4 of you that should be ashamed of yourself because you're getting really personal with O and other people. Just stop. And even I was attacked. I said, I'm going to let it go. But if you continue it on, bye-bye, sugar pie. That's my thing. And someone decided that they wanted to push the limits. So they're on a 1-week timeout, which I think is silly on the one. I don't mean it timeout.
1 week timeout.
Yeah, I think of like kindergarten. It's not. And so, but everybody else just chill. Let O say whatever he wants. He's bringing up some interesting things. If you want,
boss O.
You're not the boss of O, and you're not the boss of me. Somebody that said, I'm not going to do what you say. Yeah, you are. It's my forum. Somebody said, your house, your rules. Yeah, my house, my rules. I really try to keep it light. But if you want to like say, no, I'm not going to listen to you, it's called ban. Yeah, you do. Go on your merry way. Now, here's the other thing. There, you got to love this. Several of the people, when they started doing the, you go away, no, you go away. Somebody goes, you belong on this other forum that is a pretty terrible place. And they're like, no, you belong there. No, you belong there. And I told them, no matter what happens, no one belongs in the terrible place that is the is the purgatory of search life. So nobody say you belong there because nobody belongs there. Anyway, okay, we're over that. So that was the big hoopla. Those of you that are on the forum side, I find that the forum people and the Facebook people don't overlap very much. So you guys knew of that controversy. The other controversy, and I got a little ornery last night, and I asked Mike, I'm going to leave it up for the night. I did say to Mike, I'm going to leave it up for the night, and he didn't go in and ban me or it. We've had a lot of searchers say they know where the final location is, or they know where the location the treasure chest is. One person in particular last night said, got to me because I really felt this might have been a circumstance where it was actually so. And they were being very elusive and they were playing games.
Here's one of them right here. This guy, Mr. Ron Johnson.
Not playing games. He's a good guy.
No, he's a good guy. He put out a book about where it was. That's all. It's called After the Chase. That's all I'm saying. All right, go ahead. He was nice enough to send us one.
No, but I was talking about bad people. That guy's not a bad person.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Ron's a good
guy. I decided to say publicly, I am sick of your shenanigans. Either put up or shut up. Because it took a long time to get to that point. A lot of emails between Mike, me, others, etc. In general, he decided to shut up after that posting. I took down the posting on Facebook and said, okay, he got it. And I'm kind of done with, if you think you know where the treasure chest is, you better send me pictures. If you know where the final location is, send me something. Don't say, here it is. Do you want to talk more? Just send it, because I'm over it. I'm over it at this point.
I got it. And I don't even think you got this email, K-Bro, but I got an email 2 days ago that said, I'm the finder. And I want everybody to know it's not a hoax. I really did find it. And I said, okay, so how can you prove that? And he goes, well, I have 2 pictures that have not been made public, but they have the blaze in them. Therefore, I can't send them to you. And I thought, well, I'm still not going to know where that is. Like, I don't understand how that, but anyway, they're like, yeah, the only way, he goes, and this email's different than what Forrest knows. You're not going to be able to tell that way. And I'm like, right. So basically you don't have any proof. And that was it. Yeah, we kind of get a lot of those. So I don't know why you email somebody, because you're not going to convince anybody unless you have some kind of proof. So
right.
There it is.
So I'm, I think on the first, second, third, I think we're well into the 40s. I'm done with it. So, okay. So that is the Thor controversy. It's squashed. Don't mess with O. Let him discuss his thoughts. If you don't like his philosophy, he is not attacking Forrest, but if you don't, do one of 2 things. Put him on ignore or flag his post. I will review it. I can tell you, I have not seen a full-fledged attack on Forrest. He's allowed to say, hey, there's something fishy here. And then he goes into code talk. I'd love Mike to see it, because I don't even understand it.
Oh,
goodness gracious. Any more mail from the man from back east? Sam, no, but There's a guy named Forrest Fenn that sent an email today that wanted me to share it with you.
I'm going to read that later on, so stick around.
Okay.
But I'll just say this, as far as for hintofriches.com, if you don't know, or any other forum or any other Facebook group or whatever, it's fine to have a civil discussion about your viewpoints regarding Forrest Fenn and the thrill of the chase, but you can't let it dissolve into name calling and everything else that it seems to dissolve into. Just have a civil discussion.
But here's on the other side. If somebody decides to put themselves in the public spotlight and has somebody say, that's odd or that's strange, and that person responds, oh my gosh, this is bullying and I'm being defamed. The word odd or this is odd to me, if that's how sensitive, I'm really concerned about some of the emotional state of some of the searchers. It's just, I am in a place where I'm trying to be as patient as I can and understand, but those that are kind of on a very offensive, on the offense, anything that's said, it seems to make some really, really sensitive, and I worry about the fragile being that they are right now. I wish them the best, but whew, okay. Here we go.
So you said I need to have something ready. What was that again?
I wanted you to have the Arizona response.
And this is on Thor or no?
Yeah, it's called Erskine versus Fenn.
Okay.
It's on the first page. Okay, so let's get to content because we've gone a few minutes, and let's go to emotional state is an understatement. But you know what? I'm trying to be, I can tell you, this is the only thing I'm going to say. Those of you that are seeing some things in the foreground and public, you have no idea what's happening in the background. It is so hard to be called names, cursed at. I think, Mike, you were called cow shit today. The aggressiveness is at the point of downright scary. Nothing is what it seems. It is scary what is happening. So if you guys are seeing this and saying, wow, this is kind of weird a little, you have no idea what is happening. And scary is the only, and I'm allowed to have that emotion, and that's not defamatory. I worry heavily on what is happening, but let's move on because it's scary what is happening right now. You should not be threatening. I'll just say it's really, really scary what's happening. So
yeah, some people don't let things go. But anyway, I do have the new motion that was just filed today, everybody. And we're going to go through it and we're going to read it because that's what we told everybody we would do.
Boom.
Not like what does that mean?
No, someone was really, they're just really aggressive and really nasty. And they called you cow S today. And it was like,
that even matters. I don't even know who you're talking about. That's
I know, but they're very upset at you and you don't even know who they are. And it's really sad, but
I'm not interested in finding out either.
I know.
I just don't watch it and don't worry about it.
No, it's because, and the saddest part is people decide when they don't like me, they go after the people that I care about. And that is very commonplace in this society. And I know you weren't vicious and horrible to anybody, but you are now on the offensive. So I apologize to Mike because I know some people are going after him. And this has happened before. I remember a couple of years ago when you're like, I get along with everybody. I'm Switzerland. I'm like, no.
I was Switzerland before the Jamie Jordan drawing.
No, before K-Pro.
K-Pro. Oh, and she won the war.
Oh
but anyway, just having some fun, everybody. Meat Man says, you're both good people. Thanks, Meat Man. We appreciate that.
Oh my God. He said you won the war. Okay. I wrote my notes on a very important napkin tonight. Okay.
Anagram says, are you free for dinner September 10th? I'm going to be in Vegas to sign up for some football contests. We'll be available if you're going to be in town. Yeah, that's awesome. It'd be nice to put a face to Anagram after all these years.
I was going to say, I don't even know if Anagram's female, male.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah.
That would be so cool. Oh, okay.
Sarah's got it. Positivity triumphs over negativity.
Exactly. Okay, Mama Cal. Okay, somebody's talking about Mama. Oh no, Mama K-Pro. Okay, no, but I learned by Mama Cowlazars. That's all I have to say. Okay.
Super chat from our friend 3D Bronze. Digital hugs for K Poo and Karen Pro. Oh, all right, we'll take it. No, we'll take the hugs, is what I mean. And
Yeah.
tomorrow, just so everybody knows, probably everybody, most of the people in the Grand Adventure are here. Tomorrow, we are going to do a drawing for a treasure chest from 3D Bronze. One of the medium-sized ones, but one of the replicas that he makes. So thanks, 3D Bronze. For the people in the Grand Adventure, we'll do that drawing tomorrow.
What's the news?
Guys, hurry up already. He wants to know. So what are we doing first? Lawsuit? You want me to show
Okay, we're going to talk about lawsuits. We're going to talk about the Yellowstone event. And then I asked Forrest tonight, can you please give us a little something? Because here's the thing. Though there are a few that are being so vicious, yet love you and are your friend, I, I would really appreciate if you gave a little bit of insight on where you're at. Not anything groundbreaking like where the final location is or any of that, but can you give us a little something? And he is the most gracious man. And he did. So I'll give that.
And said, what? There it is. Could be the final one. Forrest Fenn said, what? And we're going to tell you.
It's not the final one.
Well, you know what I
mean. Yeah.
Are we doing that now or are we doing that later?
No, we're going to start with the lawsuit update.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to Yellowstone. And like Tony Hemmond says, if you do good things happen.
News for Yellowstone.
You know what? I didn't know people in the world existed like Tony Hemmond until I met Tony Hemmond.
I should grab those and show them. Thank you, Tony. That was awesome. He's sent so much stuff for the Yellowstone meetup and for us. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. He's just good human beings exist.
If you do good things happen. That's a good way to put it, Tony, for sure. All right, I'm going to show this because this is short. This is the response from Forrest Fenn's lawyer, right? In the Erskine case, which is the Arizona guy, correct? Am I right? Okay, so I'll read it real quick because it's short and I can read pretty quick. So here we go. I'll zoom in because I know everybody's like, we can't say it. So here we go. All right.
Now, this is one of two. I'm going to want you to bring up the other one as well.
Okay.
Actually, this one's interesting and all, so we'll go through it a little bit, but this is Forrest's synopsis to the judge, but then Forrest has, it's attachment A. Okay. Forrest has his exact words. I would rather go through Forrest's exact words because basically Forrest puts in his deposition or whatever the right term is. And I know that one lawyer is upset that I don't know the right terms. I'm sorry, I don't speak lawyer. I just know Forrest said something and then the lawyer submitted a motion to make sure that what he said was actually so.
Richard McKeever says, donate my copy of Vegas Die 2.0 to your giveaway. Save the postage. Thank you, Richard. And we still have, of course, the silver coins that you sent for the next treasure hunt. So thank you very much, Richard. We do appreciate that. And K-Pro, why do we show these things when something new is filed? Why are we showing these? What's the reason?
Well, there's two things that are happening. One, I think the entire community needs to know because this has been happening ever since Masquerade. David Blaine, there was 4 lawsuits against Sassy. There are lawsuits now. It shapes the entire community. The other one is those of you that invested hours and hours and hours and thousands of dollars. And some have said, I'm not one of them, that some have said, is this something that is a way for someone to promote their YouTube channel and now they're on YouTube every day and this is what they're doing. It is fascinating from a human behavior court standpoint, which is what our courts are based on, is not having these types of things put under the canopy of silence, but actually have us understand what happens in the court systems. Some people don't want you to know the truth. They put motions in to prevent us from even knowing. They were denied, and they were denied harshly, in my opinion, by the judges to say, no, this is not what our grounds of our entire society is based off of. And I'm sorry, you want to change the US Constitution and our entire society's fabric, but you don't get to do that just because you want the finder's information when all of us do, but you know how to file a court motion. That's not what happens here. And people are able to discuss it in a polite way, in a groundbreaking way, which means we don't get personal. We don't use curse words like some people do. We don't get nasty with them. We don't threaten them. We don't contact other people and get them into a nasty. we just discuss it. And that's what Thor's about, and that's what here's about. And that's called the fabric of the US of A. It's called red, white, and blue. Sorry, I'm a little
well
worked up
said. Here
tonight.
we go. Let me read through this real quick. So this was filed today, or at least this document has a date of today on it, which is right here. Okay, filed 8/28. All right. On August 17th, 2020, plaintiff Brian Erskine filed a letter addressed to Judge Tucci outlining a so-called settlement proposal, quotation fingers, which continues Mr. Erskine's earlier personal attacks upon defendant Forrest Fenn, referring to Mr. Fenn as a fame-seeking, evasive, and indifferent con artist and a master of calculated false impressions, whose hidden treasure chest at the center of this lawsuit constitutes a manipulative swindle upon those who sought to find it. 2 days later, Mr. Erskine filed a motion in the alternative to transfer jurisdiction, expanding by 4 pages the argument previously made in his 16-page response to Mr. Fenn's pending motion to dismiss that this case should be transferred to the District of New Mexico under a Title 28 USC if personal jurisdiction is found lacking by the court. And that has to do with he filed it in Arizona, right? Why there's no standing in Arizona. Okay.
Right.
Neither of these filings is authorized or proper under the governing rules of procedure and only serve to lengthen and increase the cost of this litigation.
Wait, so stop for a second. Basically, what Arizona, I don't give them names because that makes them people. The Arizona guy basically is saying, if this isn't going to hold water in Arizona, can you transfer it to New Mexico? Because he's trying to prolong and say, hey, and then I might transfer it to Canada and I might transfer it here and there. And basically, Forrest attorney, from what I understand, is saying, wait, if it's shot down in Arizona, he should have to refile or just, he doesn't just get a ping pong ball at wherever he decides it can go. So that is the premise. And there's some statutes that you can go reference. I have not, but you can go reference where there's some actual statute that says you just can't ping pong of, I'm going to file in Arizona. If it doesn't work in Arizona, hey, judge, can you do the work and can you transfer it? From what I'm understanding, it means Forrest attorney is saying, no, he's saying it's Arizona, and he should have some skin in the game to say it should actually be in Arizona. Boom, go Mike.
It's known as the ping pong rule.
Bing. Jeez.
Neither of these filings is authorized or proper under the governing rules of procedure and only serve to lengthen and increase the cost of this litigation. I wonder what Forrest Fenn has had to pay out to defend himself and all this stuff. Both should therefore be stricken from the record and disregarded by the court. Mr. Erskine's bizarre letter to the court is not captioned in compliance with LRC IV 7.1 and includes no motion or request for relief other than a vague statement that while waiting for Fenn to admit that I solved the quest, quotation fingers, Mr. Erskine welcomes conference at the court's convenience, apparently to resolve this case efficiently because I know no genuine defense exists. Obviously, approaching the trial judge assigned to a litigant's case with a purported offer of settlement is both highly improper and an arguable violation of federal rule of evidence, a tactic made even more objectionable by Mr. Erskine's continued invectives against Mr. Fenn. And then in the old days, that's where he'd smack him with a white glove and say, good day, sir. I said good day. Sorry, I digress. The plaintiff's untimely motion to transfer this case under section 1631 likewise runs afoul of the page limitation for motion responses set forth in LRC IV 7.2. In his 16-page response to Mr. Fenn's motion to dismiss, Mr. Erskine already made the argument and request for a transfer in lieu of dismissal, citing the same First Circuit decision, Federal Home Loan Bank of Boston versus Moody's Corporation, principally relied upon in his new 4-page motion. Mr. Erskine is not entitled to such a SIR response, particularly one that would exceed his allotted 17 pages under LRC IV 7.2. A lot of legalese in there, everybody.
Okay, so wait. Before you go into this paragraph, I say we skip it, but basically what his attorney is doing now is going into great detail to say, this isn't allowed, this isn't allowed, this isn't allowed. And here's all the precedent in the court that it is the heat of these standards of the court to advise him that he can't just file here, file there, willy-nilly, because states govern over federal. And if you just file in one and then decide to transfer to another is improper. We don't need to go into, this is several paragraphs of the same. So start on 16.
I'll just read the very last. 16, like you said, the very last. Mr. Fenn, therefore, respectfully urges the court to strike and/or disregard the letter filed by Mr. Erskine on August 17th and his motion to transfer jurisdiction submitted on August 19th. In other words, you lose. Good day, sir. You get nothing.
No, all it's saying is here is Forrest's response to it. Go back to that document, though, because here's the thing. If you didn't read Erskine's letter to the judge, it is rather unique. And I think in both cases, they're praising Forrest and saying they're friends. They love him. Actually use the word love. It's not normal behavior to do something like this. So go down here. I don't know if this document has it.
It doesn't. This is the end. So I got to look for something else because this is it.
Yeah. So I would.
Oh, nope. Maybe there is something else.
No, that's the attachment, which the attachment is Forrest. So now if you could go to, no, William, so $300 per hour in lawyer's fees, Forrest is going to need the chest pack. In my opinion, he has asked for reasonable attorney's fees to be covered because this is, I don't know, frivolous or what the appropriate word is. It's not an appropriate lawsuit to say I was second, third, fourth, fifth, so I deserve some fraction of the treasure chest value.
So or in that thread, am I looking for something else?
Yeah, the next one says like Forrest response, page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, something like that. I think Goldilocks is the one that posted it. Yeah.
I'm looking for it. I said good day, sir. That's pretty much how it should. Could have just been
no, but this one's interesting because though it's informational what Forrest says, I have some things that I'm going to tie back to the announcement. And this is where I'm not 100% of all the timelines. I found a little discrepancy of my own, and I would like to discuss it.
So there's one called quotes from interviews. What is this? Filed 8/24.
And then the other case will come up next.
Oh, these are all the quotes that somebody, these are all the quotes from YouTube that different people have made. And in other words, there's quotes from Forrest that I think he's saying is trying to strengthen his case. But
no, he does that within the official document. I have it.
I'm looking.
If you want, no, I have it actually within.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see.
It's live video, everybody.
Yeah, I tried to do this beforehand, but I don't know. Okay, that is the actual case. Let's see if I can find.
So Forrest Fenn Aftermath, somebody could email it to me and then we could show it at Cowlazars.
Yeah, it's on that. It's on that link.
So at the very end is what we just looked at, the very last thing that was updated.
Okay.
Stricken from the record.
No, I want Forrest's actual deposition.
I'm looking.
Or motion or statement or I don't know what it is.
So this was on 8/17. This is probably
okay. Let me go to Thor. I'm more well versed than you are on Thor. So let me go to Thor.
I have his letter from August 17th. That's Erskine's letter. That was the first thing posted in that group and that page.
No, you're going to have to wait a minute now. I wish we did this beforehand, but I beg and plead. Mike likes to do it with all of you sitting around us. So let's see.
And it's part of the fun, right?
No, yeah, sure.
Let's do this then, since we're waiting.
Oh, do not play a song or I'll smack you around. Let's see. Nope. Oh, that's cool, though. I'm going to go back into that.
Not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
And that was K-Pro talking to D-Pro. Okay.
I'm going to hurt you. Okay.
Did I do good?
Oh, you cut it off, K-Pro. And that was Sam Lazars talking.
That was me talking to John Bobbitt.
Oh, you cut it off again.
I cut it off. John Bobbitt.
What you're looking for is in that thread, is it? Oh, did you just say John Bobbitt? That's so wrong, huh? Treasure hunt poem for West Yellowstone is half done from GTC. You're doing your little treasure hunt up there? That's awesome. That'd be great. There is some breaking news on the Yellowstone trip, but we'll talk about that later on.
No, I need this document. Forrest Fenn,
I'm
Erskine.
looking.
No, I'm not. It can take me
Somebody
an hour and a freaking
email it
half.
to me.
It's going to take me an hour and a half,
Here's
but
one.
I'm going
Is
to
it
find it.
Is it recent? There's one from 8/19. It's just called 29main.pdf. I got so many legal documents on my computer. And this is Forrest Fenn's.
Guys, send one of us the Forrest Fenn. Oh, there it is. Hold on.
What page?
Okay. It is posting number 25 by Goldilocks. 825.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Posting? I don't know what you mean.
So
what
up on
page?
Thor, go to the thread named Erskine versus Fenn update.
That's where I'm at, right?
Okay, go to posting number 25. In the upper right-hand corner of each post, there's a number, and that number.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
25.
You should go to Hand of Riches more often.
Hey, all right. Your thing's low for some reason. I don't know why, but it sounds really low. Is it low, everybody, or is K-Pro too loud? No, it's too low, right? All right. No, this is not the Anderson lawsuit. Let's be clear. MJ Inzer just asked. This is the other lawsuit, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the one in Arizona, which I thought was dismissed, but apparently maybe it's not. Okay, here's the last page of the declaration. It's called dragged, right? Whatever that means. All right.
No, 824 drag, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're going to have to go through each one.
Well, wait, what am I bringing up first?
Number 25, dragged 12, then 13, then 14, then 15, then 16, then 17.
Okay, so number 26 is P1 through 5 PDF.
25 to 5
is 824. It says dragged, but it starts in the middle. Is that what you want me to? No, I'm saying when I open it, which I am just now. Here, well, I'll show it.
Let me go to 12. It says supplement declaration, page 1 of 6.
No, what I have is page 6 of 6 when I download number 25 on Hit the Riches. Oh, I got you. Now I got it.
Okay.
I think. All right, we'll get there, everybody. Hang on. Go get a drink. All right, I think we got it right here.
There's
page 105. 105?
1 of 6. So there's a document called Erskine 824 drag 12.pdf.
Right.
That's the one you start with.
And when I open that, it says page 1 of 6. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, everybody. Hope you had a time to get something to drink. Oh, here we go. Okay, and this is the important part because this is Forrest's response.
This is Forrest's words.
Okay. I, Forrest Fenn, do hereby declare as follows. This declaration is intended to supplement my original declaration filed in this case before the District Court of Arizona on June 25th. I have personal knowledge of all the facts stated therein. As indicated in my original declaration, I was diagnosed in 1988 with cancer and was told that I had a 20% chance of surviving 3 years. As a result of that diagnosis, I realized how much I appreciated the wonderful experiences of my life up to that time, and I began to reevaluate my life. I wanted to leave something behind that might allow others to experience the sense of fun and adventure I had enjoyed in my life. I got the idea of hiding a treasure chest filled with valuable items in the Rocky Mountains to encourage others to explore nature as part of the search for the chest. Fortunately, I recovered from the illness, as we all know. And after many years of thought and planning, I hid a treasure chest, in the Rocky Mountains of Wyoming in 2010, filled with gold, jewels, and other items. So again, he's verifying that he hid it in Wyoming. On October 25, 2010, after hiding the chest, I released a self-published collection of short stories about my life entitled To Thrill the Chase, a Memoir, The Memoir. In The Memoir, I disclose the fact that I had hidden the chest in the Rocky Mountains, and I generally described the contents of the chest. On page 132 of the memoir, I included a poem I wrote, the poem, that contains 9 clues, which if followed correctly would lead a searcher to the location of the chest. A copy of page 132 of the memoir showing the full poem is submitted herewith as attachment 1. So that's 1 of 6. I got to go to 2 of 6, right?
Correct.
There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay, 2 of 6. Here we go. Let me zoom in for the peoples.
Now, do we want to read every paragraph or the ones that I've already read so I know is important?
It's up to you. I haven't read this before, so it's up to you.
Okay, whatever.
From the date of the launch of my memoir, I've made it clear publicly that if someone found and took physical possession of the chest, they could keep it. The fourth full stanza of the poem also makes this absolutely clear. If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down your quest to cease, but tarry scant with marvel gaze. Just take the chest and go in peace. On June 5, 2020, someone I did not know, the finder, informed me on June 5, everybody, informed me that he had found the chest in Wyoming at the exact location I had hidden it. On June 5, 2020, the finder provided me with pictures of the chest to confirm that it was, in fact, the chest I left in the woods. The finder brought the chest to me in New Mexico, and I inspected it and its contents to confirm that it was indeed the chest I had hidden in Wyoming in 2010.
Stop. Let's take a minute. Can you go back up?
Yeah.
No. Bring it back up.
Oh, you meant stop. All right. Yes.
Okay. So on June 5th, someone I did not know, the finder, informed me that he had found the chest in Wyoming in the exact location I did it. So here is where I'm going to throw in a little bit of, I don't know, there's a little bit of discrepancy. Okay. Forrest announced on Saturday the 6th that he had been contacted a couple or several, I don't know what the exact quote is, a couple or several days before. He did not say the day before.
So June 5th is Friday. June 6th, around 9 p.m. is when Forrest sent the email out to everybody. So you're saying that it was the day before, not a couple days before.
Now it's being said it was the day before. Now, Erstein's position, or Arizona guy's position, is he was served on that Friday, and then that's why Forrest called it off on Saturday. I don't know which is the case, but can you bring that back up, please?
Erstein is saying he served the very first lawsuit on Friday, the 5th?
Not the very first. The very first was the previous time under Hansen, but the new lawsuit was served Friday. I thought it was served the following Monday or Tuesday. It was actually served that Friday.
And then
is informational.
Okay. Keep going.
If I could see it, I want to go over that paragraph for a little bit.
All right. On June 5, 2020, someone I did not know informed me.
So someone I did not know, which I think in the other lawsuit, that person has said for a long length of time, she has been corresponding with Forrest. Forrest knew her versus him, let alone someone that they knew. She's even said that Forrest might have been the person that helped her with one of the lawsuits and times that she was put in, well, issues that she had had legally previously, etc. So that cannot be her.
So why do you think it's important that Forrest is saying someone I did not know? Like, what if you found it, K-Pro? Would he then have to say someone I did know found the chest on June?
I think if it was somebody he did know personally, this is what I think. I've never discussed this with Forrest. I think if it was somebody he did know, he might not want to say that, like, oh, it was Cynthia Meacham, or oh, it was Dale. I think that's a worst case scenario, because if it was one of those people, Stephanie, I mean, people that have said they've had secret hints for years, that would not shed a good light. If it was somebody that I won't say that I think he's disclosing things that are truthful, but not something he necessarily would disclose if it was the other way around. Like, you always kind of present your best case. This is somebody he was not personally aware of. So it wasn't you. Somebody said, oh, it's Illinois Ghost. No, he knew Illinois Ghost. He knew Jason Dent. He knew Mike Cowling. He knew Dale.
To me, somebody I did not know rules out that anybody that has ever met Forrest and at least been to his den. You know, you can't say I don't know that person when they've been to your house, right? So if anybody that's ever visited him, in my opinion, he's saying none of these people I met.
Well, let's take it. I won a random drawing that was done live with Comment Picker on AGK channel.
Yes.
Several people was like, it's fixed, even though it was a random drawing and they showed it during. If someone like Cynthia had found this, Though, even though I think Cynthia would have found it fair and square, many people would be going hell to the no.
Or
They
maybe
would.
somebody could make the point Cynthia deserved to find it because of the number of boots on the ground she has.
No, they
Maybe
would have.
probably
Some would
go
have
the other way.
said, well, some are even saying now she has it. And they're slandering the hell out of her now, even though he has said it's a male he didn't know in Wyoming. They're like, Cynthia has it. They could have said it's a person from Mars. Cynthia has it. I mean, some people are so bitter and fixated. I mean, that's just what they do. So I think the reason he's saying it is this person is somebody he didn't know. So he kind of wants to emphasize not what some of you conspiracy theory people want.
And Jack points out that this does in fact confirm that the finder did bring it to Forrest Fenn and met him. It wasn't an anonymous player. Forrest said in his own words, the finder brought me the chest and I verified it was the chest I hid. So he has met the finder. Isn't that the way we read that?
Not only that, but let me add to it. I had a searcher bring to me that they believe they knew the location that Forrest had met the finder in Wyoming. And I'll just say I did some investigative work to find out if that location actually looked like that conference room. Mike works and I investigate these rabbit holes. I wasn't able to confirm that, but this confirms that Forrest is saying that place that he was at in that picture, in my opinion, was in New Mexico by that statement. We didn't have that information before. He's given us information left and right.
Forrest Fenn Aftermath says, then where is the finder in the photo? Well, obviously, if the finder already had it in his mind to remain anonymous, he would not be in the photo. And I'm sure he told Forrest, no pictures with me in it. You know, I know I want to remain anonymous. So he didn't want to be in the picture. I mean, that's the way I take it. It could have been the finder that took the picture for all we know. I don't
Jerry
know.
asked a fascinating question.
The finder. Yeah.
Do you think Forrest just read the email in 2018, or do you think Forrest answered that guy's email?
Because he did say the finder communicated with him in 2018, right?
Yes. My opinion. This is my opinion. He answered him in some generic way. Tell me more, or that's interesting, or or something. I think if I were to guess, total guess, this is a great question for Forrest, though. Forrest, you can answer this later. What? Just a couple. I think it's going to be a couple words, and I think it's going to be something to solicit a little more information.
So MEH says this guy Erskine has posted his solve online, fensolve.com. I just brought it up. I don't want to show it. You guys can make your own decision if you want to go there and read it, but it's interesting. I'll read it later. It's interesting that he posted
there's lots of New Mexico solves that you can read.
Oh, his solve is in New Mexico? I didn't know that.
No, his solve is in Colorado, even better.
Oh, all right. Yeah, well,
that's when Forrest said it wasn't anywhere near where he was. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go back to legal brief, or we're going to be here 6 hours.
And we may be here 6 hours, everybody. Okay. Well, I'll reread the paragraph.
Wait, stop. Yes. Okay.
Because it's important. On June 5th, 2020, someone I did not know, the finder, informed me that he had found the chest in Wyoming at the exact.
That contradicts.
Okay,
go ahead.
Because you're saying he said a couple days, not 1 day.
He said a couple days. June 6th, he said a couple days, not only to press reporters, not only to me, but to a few others. There's something, there's a there, if there's any there to be there.
On June 5th, 2020, the finder provided me with pictures of the chest to confirm that it was, in fact, the chest I left in the woods. Have you, K-Pro, have you ever thought to ask Forrest why did he wait 24 hours until Saturday night to alert everybody if he received pictures on Friday?
He told me that is another conflicting information.
Okay.
He told me that he received, let me see if I can find the email.
And originally Forrest said a couple days before. Well, why did he wait till Saturday night?
No, he said he was contacted a couple days before. He did not receive the pictures. He said because of searcher death, and I'm going to paraphrase here, when he got the pictures, he announced it immediately, is what he said.
Let's go back to this paragraph then.
But that conflicts with that paragraph then.
On June 5th, the finder provided me with pictures of the chest to confirm that it was, in fact, the chest I left in the woods. So he's saying that Friday, and then he at least the email that we got was around 9 p.m. Saturday, June 6th.
It was 8:05.
On the way home, 8 p.m. Pacific. We were on the way home. We got no, we weren't on the way home. We were on the couch right here when the treasure chest was found, and we immediately went.
Yes, I was in the poker game. Yeah.
The finder brought the chest to me in New Mexico, no date on this one, and I inspected it. I inspected it and its contents to confirm that it was indeed the chest I had hidden in Wyoming in 2010. The pictures were released, was it 2 weeks later when the pictures came out? I'm just thinking off the top of my head.
About a week. Yeah, a week and a half. So.
I could be wrong. Keep going.
No.
Keep reading.
Yes. No.
Oh.
7.
7. We just finished it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
One of my motivations in hiding the chest was to inspire families to get their children away from the electronic devices and explore the forests of the Rocky Mountains as all as part of a search for the chest. On October 25, 2010, the day the memoir was publicly released, I gave my first interview concerning the memoir and the chest. The interview was aired on a program called Santa Fe Radio Cafe. The full interview can be heard on the internet at URL. There it is, everybody, if you want to write it down. At 17 minutes and 20 seconds into the interview, the interviewer and I had the following exchange. Well, this is interesting. I wonder why this is important. Now you've done something quite unusual and I think fascinating to many, which is that you buried a treasure chest somewhere in the hills or mountains north of Santa Fe and have left clues in your memoir whereby people can find it. Oh, and hang on. We got to go to number 3. It's a cliffhanger, everybody. Hang on. I do that and I do that. And I got it right because I'm awesome. All right, here we go. Me, that was the interviewer asking that question. Me, meaning Forrest Fenn. That's true. I have taken this treasure chest to a very secret and very special place, and I've hidden it there. And there are 9 clues in my book, and you have to read the book. But if you have an imagination and you have pretty good mind, and you have a little bit of resolve, you can find that treasure chest. The first one to it can have it. So Forrest seems to be making a point that all along he has said whoever finds it owns it. In Forrest Fenn's mind, he has transferred ownership as soon as somebody finds it.
No, that's
Emphasis
not what he's saying.
added. Well, but he showed the line in the poem that says, if you've been wise, I give you title to, if you find it, you can keep it, that type of thing. Okay. Since the publication of my memoir in 2010, I have given dozens of public interviews about the memoir and the chest. Attachment 2 to this declaration is a compilation of some of the many public statements I made in the last 10 years, which made clear that in order to own the chest, one must physically find and take possession of it. Oh, I see. So he's saying the rules of the game from the beginning, everybody, is you have to physically go find it. Okay. On May 5, 2011, I gave an interview on the local PBS station during a program called Report from Santa Fe with Laureen Mills. The full interview can be seen on the internet at the URL here. At 7 minutes, 15 seconds into the interview, the interviewer states, so at this time, as we speak, you have placed a treasure somewhere in the mountains north of Santa Fe. I responded, that's right. At 9 minutes, 30 seconds into the interview, I explained part of my motivation for hiding the chest and why I wrote the poem. At 9 minutes, 40 seconds into the interview, I specifically stated there are 9 clues in that poem. And if you can follow the clues to the chest, you can have it. And the poem says that. So Forrest is giving examples that all along he's saying you have to go get it. Is that the gist of this, K-Pro?
Yep.
In your opinion?
Yes.
Okay. On November 2, 2013, I made a presentation at Moby Dickens Bookstore in Taos, New Mexico. The full presentation can be seen at the internet at this URL. At 9 minutes, 22 seconds into the presentation, speaking about the chest, I stated, I don't feel like I've given it away. And again, we take a time out so I can download the next one. There we go. There we go. If only we would have set this up beforehand. But that's not how we do things, guys. We do it live.
That's how I ask for things to be done.
Whoever finds it is going to earn it once they find it and have it in their possession. So I think in my opinion, I'll just take time out. Forrest is saying you could have had the exact same, the proper solve in an email, and it doesn't matter. You have to go find it. You had to have got to it. Whoever found it is the actual owner. Another example of how clearly my intentions were expressed in public. Esquire magazine published on January 11, 2018, the following statements. His main motive, he has said many times since, was to address today's sedentary society and get kids out of the game room. It was also, he has pointed out, during the aftermath of the 2008 financial crash. We were going into a depression. Lots of people were losing their jobs. I wanted to give some people hope. As for whom he wanted to inspire, he says every redneck in Texas that lost his job, has 12 kids and a pickup truck and a sleeping bag. Throw all those things in the back of your pickup truck. That's who I hope finds the treasure chest. Somebody that can use it. So again, in my opinion, it's not, I hope somebody can figure it out and email me the solution. You have to go find it and pick it up. The plaintiff in the lawsuit, Brian Erskine, has misinterpreted the clues in the poem as leading to someplace in Colorado. The chest was hidden and found in Wyoming. Mr. Erskine has also misunderstood my poem as being simply a riddle to be solved as a means of acquiring the right to own the chest without having to actually find and take possession of the chest. I have never said publicly or privately to anyone, nor was it ever my intention, that the poem was simply a riddle to be solved and that actually finding and possessing the chest was irrelevant to becoming the owner of it. I have never said someone could have the chest if they just figured out where it was hidden but did not retrieve it. Mr. Erskine neither found the chest nor did he figure out where it was hidden. I informed the public on June 6, 2020 through the blog at www.nellneedsel.com that the chest had been found. More specifically, I stated, timeout, 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 time in. The treasure has been found. It was under a canopy of stars in the lush forested vegetation of the Rocky Mountains and had not moved from the spot where I hid it more than 10 years ago. I do not know the person who found it, but the poem in my book led him to the precise spot. I congratulate the thousands of people who participated in the search and hope they will continue to be drawn by the promise of other discoveries. So the search is over. Right there in bold. So the search is over, K-Pro. Look for more information and photos in the coming days. I informed the public that the search is over, not because Mr. Erskine had served me with a lawsuit. Oh, he addresses it. Interesting. I informed the public that the search is over, not because Mr. Erskine had served me with his lawsuit on June 4th, 2020, but because I had been informed on June 5th, 2020 by the finder that he had found the chest and had provided me with sufficient proof that he had found and retrieved it. Mr. Erskine attempted to intervene in December 2019 in a case, now dismissed, filed in a federal district court in New Mexico in Hansen versus Fenn, in which motion to intervene, Mr. Erskine makes the exact same claim he makes in this case. I did not end the search when Mr. Erskine first made his claim that he was entitled to the chest, because Mr. Erskine and no one else to my knowledge had not found the chest. He means back then in December of 2019. Over the last 10 years, I've received dozens of emails from people who, like Mr. Erskine, have claimed to have figured out where the clues in the poem lead, and further claim that they have actually found the chest. Until June 5, 2020, no one had hang on, where's the actual next part? Which is 6, yeah, it's probably the next page. All right, hang on. There it is. No one had provided proof that they actually figured out where the chest was hidden and gone out and found the chest. The finder, understandably, desires to remain anonymous, and I have respected his request. Mr. Erskine makes many references in his lawsuit filings to the editor of True West magazine, Bob Bose Bell, as acting as intermediary between me and Mr. Erskine. The full extent of my interactions with Mr. Bell, insofar as concerns Mr. Erskine's claim, are contained in the emails between Mr. Bell and me on February 6, 2020, a complete copy of which is submitted herewith as attachment 3. Aside from these emails, I have had no other communications with Mr. Bell about Mr. Erskine and his claims. I declare under penalty of perjury that the foregoing statements are true and correct. So there it is, everybody. Forrest Fenn's statement to the judge and the court in Arizona. I don't understand the Erskine case then. I don't stay up on these things. Christie's really all over it. I don't understand what his original lawsuit was. If his lawsuit is, I know where it is and I emailed it to you, so I should get it, Forrest has made it very clear from the beginning, in this game, to win this game, you had to go retrieve it. So I don't understand what the lawsuit is about. Maybe somebody can help me out there. Because, yeah, I just don't get it. I don't understand. In the other lawsuit, which we're not going to go into, I don't think, but at least then that person is saying somebody stole it from me, and that's how they found the chest. That's different. I don't understand what Mr. Erskine's original argument is, other than I knew where it was, and I emailed Forrest. But if you didn't retrieve it, that doesn't matter, does it? The question is moot. Anybody? SNL, old one from the '80s. The question is moot. The Reverend Jackson. Anybody? The question is moot. So there it is. Good day, sir. So, okay, Pro, what's the original lawsuit about? This Mr. Erskine guy? Is he trying to say in my email I had the right location, so you owe me the chest? I don't understand the.
Yes.
That's it? That I know where it is. Forrest knew I knew where it is, but somebody else found it? Or is he trying to say Forrest retrieved it himself?
I don't think so.
Well, I don't. Even if I thought I had it all figured out, somebody else. Now, unless he's trying, okay, so maybe he's, and I don't know his reasoning. I'm just trying to think it through. Maybe he's saying, you ended it because I emailed you the right solution. And Forrest is saying, one, you didn't have the right solution, but even if you did, you have to go find it. Isn't that right, K-Pro?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And there it is, everybody. AGK says the case will be dismissed. It will be dismissed out of hand. What else, K-Pro? I know there's more to it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it would go on for hours. So, I mean, that was what, understanding the basics of what the lawsuit was, that was 2 months ago. So, yeah, there's some nuances here that it doesn't even matter at this point. Let's just move on.
Okay, what's next?
There's not any real filings or public information except for the subpoena that was ordered. Forrest has until Monday, or his attorneys have until Monday to respond to on the Chicago case.
The Reverend Jesse Jackson. The game show was called The Question is Moot. Anyway, 3D Bronze with the super chat. If the clues don't fit, you must acquit. And there it is. Johnny Cochran himself. And so Forrest Fenn Aftermath is saying Erskine case basically is him saying he had it solved for some time, told Forrest Fenn to solve it, but Forrest Fenn has refused to acknowledge him as the rightful winner, if I understand it correctly. But none of that matters if he didn't go get it. That's what I don't understand, is why didn't he go get it but there must be more to it, but it doesn't matter. Jane, you ignorant moot. There's another one from SNL. All right. Well, don't we have a communication from Mr. Forrest Fenn, K-Pro?
Yeah.
And it's now the time we're going to read it?
Sure.
All right, there it is. Breaking news, everybody.
Okay. So let me give you the email that I sent Forrest. I can't see the chat, so I apologize beforehand. Forrest, I know more than anyone, and I'm just going to emphasize that right now, jerks. More than anyone, that this is a time to be silent, but we are going live tonight to update on Yellowstone and give some positive news. Would you consider giving a brief positive comment about where we are and how you are? Something more than just fine, but nothing too significant. Would you please?
So this is from tonight, just a couple hours ago, just so to be clear.
Yeah, it was about, I don't know, a few minutes before we went live. I thought, I always kind of do it most of the time. I don't, I usually send him something. Most of the time he doesn't respond. Sometimes he says no, and sometimes he responds with something. I always end with a funny little thing, and I'm not going to share the funny little thing because. So here is what he responded. I thought that once the treasure was found, the hoopla would die down. Well, it hasn't, and I'm getting almost as many emails as I did before. A lot of people are still searching just for fun, and it seems the interest has shifted over to the Cody area. I am feeling really good these days. My body knows how old I am, but my mind doesn't. F.
Attention has shifted to the Cody area, is what he said. And then he said he's feeling good these days.
I always ask him how he's feeling. Like
yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that really love the notion of, okay, wait, do you have the title? The email's weird. You have the title, the email's weird. Earthsign just litigated in hopes of making Forrest out the location. Possible hoping the finder was somehow tricking Forrest, so Earthsign itself could immediately set off for the location.
Yeah, and thank you for that super chat. I dead pirate. Yeah, who knows what's in this guy's mind when he files a lawsuit. Apparently, there was another one in December 2019. So I just don't understand it. Personally, I don't get it.
Well, so if I were to ask for what is next by way of hints, information, etc., we have Wyoming. I would love to know inside, outside the park, or like Cody, east of Cody, etc. So when he says that, what do I say? Start heading east, my friends. Did he say it exactly? No. If you're in the park, are you going to believe it? No.
Read it again. Read it again for everybody.
Oh dear Lord.
I don't know what Indy meant by title. Sounds weird. But
okay.
Read it again so everybody can.
Forrest, I know more than anyone that this is a time to be silent. But we are going live tonight to update on Yellowstone and give some positive news. Would you consider giving a brief positive comment about where we are and how things are? Something more than just fine, but nothing too significant, please. His answer was, I thought that once the treasure was found, the hoopla would die down. Well, it hasn't, and I am getting almost as many emails as I did before. A lot of people are still searching just for the fun of it, and it seems the interest has shifted over to the Cody area. I am feeling really good these days. My body knows how old I am, but my mind doesn't.
His mind stays about 13, is what he said in the Thrill of the Chase. AGK has a question. I may have misunderstood in his statement. Did Fenn say he hid the treasure on October 25? That's a conflict because he was in Santa Fe on October 25. No, if I remember what I just read, he was saying the book was released on October 25. So at the Collector Works bookstore was the public release date of the book. That's what I thought I read. Somebody can correct me because I read a lot there, didn't I? But so focus has moved over to the Cody area. I mean, is he just throwing that out there to give us something, or is he trying to tell us it's outside the park? We don't know. Everybody's got to take that their own way. But he says he's doing good. He thought the hoopla would die down, but instead he's getting as many emails as he did before it was found. Yeah, Nick Sparrow says move the party to Cody. Cynthia, Matt, you listening? We're gonna move it to Cody. That's funny. There is breaking news on the Yellowstone meetup. Who do we know that's actually going, K-Pro? Confirmed. Who would that be?
Cynthia and Matt.
And who else?
Greg and Candy.
Greg and Candy. Copper Dan.
Copper Dan.
Who else do me and you know that's going? Finally confirmed after a bit of a back and forth. Well, I'm not going. It's confirmed that I'm not going, everybody, because I've got to handle things here at the house that Chase Opley built. But who else do we know? That's a joke, everybody. Who else do we know that is going? Confirmed 100% that is going.
I don't think Forrest is 100% yet.
Oh, yeah, no. He'll be there in spirit. And I hope that I will do a Zoom, everybody. I'm telling you, depending what I'm doing with the kids that weekend, but I will do a Zoom. If people can go live on their cameras, show the party. Let people come on and we'll do it live and say their little message to Forrest. If somebody wants to record that farewell that they're going to do and all that, let me know. I'm here with the Zoom. But just
I know you were talking about JK Pioneer. He's going.
JK Pioneer. See, I wish I was going. I wish I could see everybody. I wish I could have the good times. But in fact, who's going to go, K-Pro?
3D Bronze.
K-Pro is going to the Yellowstone meetup, everybody. It has been, let me put it this way. The airline ticket has been bought. So she's going. She will be there. She's in charge of the contest. So there's some pretty cool things. It's a big thank you to Tony. Big thank you to AGK, even though we don't even know what they sent yet. There's a lot of people I think that are donating stuff. So K-Pro will be there. She'll be representing myself there as well. I should make you wear the Cowlazars t-shirt while you're there so I could represent.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. So yeah, K-Pro will be there, everybody. So everybody should go up and say hi.
No, here's the thing. Somebody asked, okay, so this is Matt and Cynthia's event. But of course, just like when Mike and I did an event, there's always a crowd behind them. I'm just trying to help behind them. One of the things I'm going to go and do is at the event, I'm in charge of meeting every single person because there is going to be raffle tickets handed out. There are donations. AGK, you guys freaking rock as usual. Toby and Shelly have donated a bunch of items. Searcher Sam has donated some items. Tony Henman, oh my God, you are an incredible human being. You have, Mike has, you name it, there are people that, Copper Dan, and there's going to be a special tribute to Forrest at this event. There's some things that we're trying to all get together at this time. Here's some breaking news. You ready?
Ready? Wait, hang on. Let's hear it. Breaking news, everybody. Hey now.
This is so not breaking news.
Good day.
I am going to bring some cases of Caseopolis. Several people have said, I wasn't able to buy one. Would you at least bring them for sale? We will bring them for sale. The royal we, which means me.
We have a lot left over. When I say the house that Caseopolis built, that's totally a joke. So K-Pro will have them physically there for you to purchase. I'm sure we're going to give one away in the giveaway.
Nobody's getting the blanket. The blanket's mine.
And K-Pro will sign it and sign anything you want on it. So once you open it up. And how much are those Caseopolis going to cost?
I don't know. We haven't decided. It's going to be, I don't know. I don't know. We'll talk about
figure that out. But just give her cash. Boom, you got a board game.
Yeah.
Somebody said that can they you bring a Cowlazars t-shirt? If the world was open, I'd have a whole bunch of t-shirts made. But where I usually have them made.
Well, there were t-shirts, and those are going up there. I believe
Cowlazars t-shirt. They did the Fenn finale, t-shirts. Yeah, that's what Fenn farewell, whatever it's called.
GTC is going to be taking one of the searcher coins, and he is going to be creating a puzzle for it. There is the first 30 people to show up at Bullwinkle's. Nice. And here is some breaking news. Here's a quote for you guys. Here's a quote I've been given by magical people, and that's all that matters. Don't question where it came from. Just absorb it. Love it. Just positivity always triumphs over negativity. Forrest Fenn has figured a way to get all sorts of goodies to this event safely.
Oh, so Forrest is supplying something. We don't know what. That's awesome.
Don't question it.
I've always wanted to go, but now I really want to go. AGK says, I'm sending a bunch of giveaways with Cynthia, including a copy of Too Far to Walk, a treasure map, 2 geocaching coins of our books. Oh, wait, 2 geocaching. Wait a minute. Breaking news. AGK is sending 2 of their books for their treasure hunt. What that means is the 2 people who get them in the giveaway are going to be the first people to own and have the AGK book. Do I understand that right, K-Pro?
Sure. Yes. I don't know what you said. I was reading the chat, but yes, whatever you said. If Toby said it, he'll correct you if you're wrong.
You're still live, GTC. That's correct. Nomadicmadman.com. Everybody go check that out. All right. So yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Toby, for supplying that. We will give a Caseopolis away. They'll be there if anybody wants to buy one. The Grand Adventure is still going on. Hey, Pro, what's the Grand Adventure? I don't understand. What is that?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. But GTC says, I'm supplying a treasure hunt for West Yellowstone. Yes, I just said Greg Keller. Those of you that don't know, Greg Keller equals GTC. He is putting together a hunt, and it's going to be in the West Yellowstone area, which is where we are going to be. And we're going to have some fun, and the prize is going to be one of the searcher coins. Nemo says, will we need to bring bear spray for the coin hunt? Only if you're really competitive.
Lauren, thanks for tuning in. Only if you're competitive. There's the PayPal account, you guys. We have a little grand adventure that costs $20. You don't have to know what it is. If you send $20, I will email you the puzzles because the winner is going to win like $1,150. At
Man.
this point, it may go higher. We'll see. Okay.
Yeah, well, it already has gone higher. We're going to update tomorrow. And you
right.
guys quit giving pity party money to Mike.
We're even. Both puzzles are even as far as the
Whatever.
prize pool because I had a donation or two come in because K-Pro can't win. GTC says the poem is half done. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
not
and I'm
important.
kind of letting GTC, he's just doing it because he's trustable. He's great. He's putting something together. I will just say, expect the unexpected. There's going to be some fun things that you guys don't expect there. We're hoping all in a positive way. I think, okay, so the events that Mike and I have organized, the big ones, World Series of Fenn, Function in the Junction, everybody has walked away pretty much going, this,
Meetup.
the
Yeah.
Detroit meetup, they've gone, oh, this was awesome.
Mhm.
I believe, and I cannot take credit other than I'm helping a little bit at the peripheral. Matt and Cynthia, Matt is the version of me. He has the to-do list, he has the programs, he has the minute marks, he has all that. And Cynthia is the, oh, this is such a cool idea, and throws little bombs in that takes 100 hours to figure out. And then you throw in Carrie that does the t-shirts and all that. It's going to be epically fun. And
It is going to be a lot of fun.
and
So thanks
Forrest,
a
since
lot
it's
for the
in
gift.
Wyoming,
I want to
if
see it.
we're there a week from now and you say all of a sudden, here's the spot, we'll go to it. We won't be mad at you.
Yeah,
Forrest,
let us
just
know. Just
I
inside
get
the
it.
park, or outside the park. That's all we need to know.
And I get it. Some of your friends that love you so much have made it really easy for you to do that next week. But if you can, even though they love you and are suing you, we would love for you to consider to do that if you can. But if you can, God, I totally get it. I didn't realize how different than my reality, meaning I won't use the word crazy. It's just different than I've expected. My goodness, it's rough on the back end, guys. You have no idea what's going on. Anyone that does not understand Forrest right now, just ask me offline. You have no idea what's happening. When I play poker, sometimes some people say they can't read me because you can't read crazy. This is a level of crazy I've never seen ever in my life, and I thought I was kind of a well-seasoned person. It's downright scary. But okay, I'm gonna digress.
Dirk Tully says, "Where was it found?" Dirk, I know you tuned in late, so I'm going to tell you, it was in fact found in Wyoming. That's what we know at this point. It was in fact in Wyoming. What's all this fuss about
Wyoming.
violins in school? What does that mean?
Wait, Wyoming, United States, Wyoming?
Yes, that Wyoming. It was not found in Utah, Idaho, Colorado, New Mexico.
Oh, wait, what about North Dakota? One of our lead searchers said North Dakota.
And Candy points out Randy Pischel of the Beacon Star will be at the meetup as well.
Oh my God. You know what somebody said? How can you even go when you know Mike wants to meet Randy? And I said, yeah.
Ask him for a super secret hint just for me, would you, K-Pro?
Oh, live.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. It's going to
happen.
The
Unknown says, I have free passes to the Cody Museum. This is the real deal. Email me. They expire in March 2021. Oh, that's Godelkin. Hey, what's up, Godelkin? Godelkin at Gmail. I'm assuming that's Godelkin. Godelkin at gmail.com. So you could email him if you want some free passes to the Cody Museum. Anybody going to the medicine wheel? So if I was going to the meetup, I'd have a try the wheel shirt on, but I'm not going to be there. So I can't do it. But try the wheel is still in effect, possibly part of the solution. Possibly. We don't know yet. And I'm not going to sue Forrest Fenn to find out either. So there it is.
Yeah, no, but you know what? You should sue and say, someone's stalking you and you have the precise location, and then do videos that say, I wasn't really sure of this part of the poem and this part of the poem, and I don't really know. Now, if it was up in Wyoming, it could have been one of my other solves.
Well, it wasn't a fishing regulation in New Mexico, so that's wrong. No, I was wrong. It is wrong, but that's because I was wrong, not Forrest Fenn.
Okay. Oh, you sane person, you've actually said you didn't have the location. Why didn't you sue?
So Lauren has a question. He wants to know when the meetup is. The meetup is Labor Day weekend. So there's things going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That is a weekend from today, a week from today, 1 week from today. People are going to be up there. And then where? So do you know, Caper, off the top of your head, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, where? Like when's Bullwinkles? What day? There's a park and then there's a bridge. That's all I know. There's a bar, a park, and a bridge, and I don't know where they're at.
I want to say I don't know what's happening Friday night, but something. Saturday, it's the bridge at, I want to say, noonish. And then by afternoon, it's going to be at the pizza place where we danced. Do you remember when we danced? Everybody.
I remember. I do remember when.
Yeah. And then there's a brunch
somewhere
Sunday morning, and you can see how well versed I am. I'm in charge of contests and stuff. There's lots of contests and stuff that'll happen. The only place that we are going to do an official set of events is that Saturday because of the bridge, because of the campground that they, and Matt has actually put out some funds and he rented the canopies. That's the only place we can socially distance and all be together. Everywhere else, we probably won't be able to get in all together.
Permission to wear makeshift Cowlazars fan t-shirt. You guys can wear anything you want with Cowlazars on it. You have my permission. As long as it looks awesome. You know, as long as it doesn't say cow crap, then yeah, you're okay. So yeah, that would be cool.
No, those are only the people suing for us. Maybe they have t-shirts.
And hang on a minute. Nemo brings up a good point. Is it possible there could be a spontaneous poker game that breaks out up in Yellowstone?
Well, I will say I'm not bringing one. I'm not bringing two. I'm bringing 3 sets of poker chips. And I'm going to say there's going to be some items there. Now, here's the thing. I'm bringing coin 3. I've heard there's a transaction happening right now. There's a transaction happening between Copper Dan and GTC. GTC has already said, I'm too good of a poker player. He won't go against me.
Oh, GTC.
What? Quack, quack. I think that is an opportunity for us to have some fun, is all I'm going to say. But is there going to be poker happening? I would be shocked if it didn't. Anagram says, was that our first dance? Was that our first dance, Mike?
Yes, actually, I think it might have been. It might have. That may have been very well been.
On the cruise, did we dance on the cruise?
I don't think so, because I don't remember there was.
No, that might have been. And there's actually a video. Jana, I love you. She actually provided me after the fact. I said to Mike early on, he's like, I don't want to dance in front of these people. And then by the end of the night,
we did
took
it.
me. Yes,
we did it.
We did it. It was awesome. So anyway, yes, no, it was lovely. It was lovely.
I want to show you guys something a searcher sent. Check it out. Boom, there it is. Pretty awesome. I think that's K-Pro and the Flying Saucer. She got me. She's bringing me up.
Oh my goodness.
So thanks to KC for sending that. That was pretty cool.
That's funny. Yeah.
So coin 3 is going, and is the other coin 3 going to be there? Do we have confirmation?
The other coin 3 is making a transaction from, I guess, Copper Dan, bet GTC, which is insane on chess, because GTC is the smartest person on chess ever known to man.
I don't.
And of course, he lost it. And so
Copper Dan lost it that way. Chess, really? I don't know.
That's what I heard. I can only go by what they say.
What I need, K-Pro, is while you're up there, I need a picture of both coins together.
We have that from before. Here's the thing, GTC. I don't care. I've already said to GTC, I don't want to do chess with him. He's saying he thinks my poker skills are too epic. I totally get it because I'm awesome. Do you want to do a coin flip? What do you want to do? Come on.
For coin 3?
Let's bring it. Let's do it. Right. I mean, it's what, $1,000 basically. It's a coin. Either way, it's a big one.
Those two coins together, how awesome would that be? And not just any coin, coin 3. That's pretty cool. So yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Just keep me abreast of the situation, everybody, while you're up there. I'll be here holding down the fort. Me and the kids will be in the tent having fun. But yeah, maybe I'll just go live. Oh, the other thing is next Saturday is when 2 weeks the Grand Adventure has been on. So me and K-Pro, we're going to give a hint. So I'm going to, if K-Pro is not available, then I'm going to go on live and I will give a hint for my puzzle. And K-Pro will tell me what to say about her puzzle. So
yeah, no, what we've said is that when we're going to go from hints, so Chris M just asked, what are the updates? So when we move from hints, which we're giving kind of little or I should say I am giving random hints, like don't don't research my personal life of where I grew up and where I was born, and don't research any searcher's life. And that's the last one, because I heard the Zooms. I think you guys do it in an honest and fun way, but don't do that. It won't help you in any way. If you want to waste your time, you can, but that's not it at all. But on that Saturday of the big searcher meetup, we're going to give out our first clue. Both of us are going to give out our first clue.
Clue, hints, whatever you want to say.
No, hints.
I don't know.
In my opinion, this is me, so I disagree with Mike. Hints are general things that are not going to solve it and break it loose. Clue is something that it's going to be something that solves a part of the poem for me. So when I say hint, I said something like that last line is not mathematics, because you guys were going into ciphers and mathematics. That's not going to get you closer. That's just going to rule out rabbit holes. But next Saturday, not tomorrow, but a week from Saturday, I'm going to give something that may. And then it's every week after that, I'm going to give something until this is broken loose. I do have to say, some people, I won't say are close, because you either have it or you don't, but they are getting, they're in the right pool. They're in the right pond. They're fishing in the right pond.
I better stop her before she gives something away on accident, everybody.
They're skiing on the right slope. They're, I don't know what else. They're swimming in the right pool.
So people are bringing up Vegas Die. Guess what, everybody? There's a new treasure hunt coming out next week. We'll have the book next week. We should. It's here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We have that book available for you to purchase. It's $30 shipped to your door. The author said if we sell 40, he'll give us a hint or a clue, something. Yeah. I think we're at 30. So if anybody wants to order that book, you guys can email me, cowlazars@gmail.com. And then just send $30 to the PayPal account. And when those books come in, I'm shipping them same day, unless I get them late. Stephen Grogan, the author, will personalize that book for you. So he's trying to get 10 more orders in to get whatever this hint or clue is out of them. That's going to be a lot of fun. AGK book's coming out. I'm looking forward to that one. And then our Grand Adventure's going on. And I know somebody's probably thinking, you guys, you just want to make money off the Grand Adventure. That's why you keep talking about it. No, that's not true. Because all the money goes to the winner. That's why it's up to $1,150. Right
and
now.
It's more now. Yeah.
And that's $1,150 if you solve Capro's puzzle. And it's another $1,150 if you solve mine. So there it is. It's not too late. Nobody's been close.
Oh, okay. I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to share tomorrow when we do our drawing.
And to answer Chris earlier, we are going to give an update on the Grand Adventure tomorrow morning when we go live and do a draw.
Not morning. My God, we made it through this week. We're sleeping in. But here's the thing. I finally shared my little poem, riddle, whatever you want to call it, with Forrest. And he
you did? And what did he say?
You'll find out tomorrow.
Maybe I should send him mine.
Oh my God. Yeah, please look at this 27 videos and then get to this and then advanced physics. And he's gonna, you know what? His answer, I'm just gonna already tell him, simplify.
Oh, AGK says he thinks you can order the paperback on Amazon as of tonight. Toby, if I order the Kindle version, will I have it at midnight like next week? Or I mean, will it? Obviously the book has to ship if you order it. But if I get the Kindle version, I should get it right away on September 1st. That's what I'm thinking. I want to be the first one to read the poem. But I guess whoever's in Yellowstone.
Ooh, let me check. Hang on. Let me check.
Yeah, I was just wondering, do you get it, right away or not? Yeah, Alan, sometimes we sleep. Yeah.
No, Alan, when a new amusement park ride opens, no, we don't. I'm going to say it right out loud. Somebody says, do you and Mike ever work? No. I want you to know that I am the heir to... Let's see. TikTok. Oh, we were watching a TikTok or McDonald's. We were watching a McDonald's show today, and Mike
Ray Kroc, the owner of McDonald's, that was on Netflix. And then K-Bro said, we have to go live, so I had to turn it off, and here we are.
And Mike actually hit 20 million in the biggest poker game ever. And so I have my inheritance. Mike has 20 million from poker, and we don't work. The sad part is that's not true. And both of us work, but we kind of fit stuff in all around. It's our passion. It's our fun.
Chasing Indy says, K-Pro, I haven't told you, but Fenn is Forrest is actually helping me solve your riddle. I have email. Oh,
my
not
God.
telling him any answers because he may help somebody. You never know.
You know what? I have said, as long as you don't share it publicly, you can put whoever on your team. Oh my God, I did not. Then you guys will find fascinating tomorrow. That actually makes sense. His response was fascinating to me. And that actually put something together. Oh, I knew Indy had to be involved.
Did he say your riddle's harder to solve than my poem?
It's
like
interesting. No, I'm not giving it up tonight. Nemo, did you get to look at the possible new ride at the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park?
which one is that, Nemo?
I did, but Mike did not. I want
What?
him. No, do not bring it up. We
I
got
don't know what you're talking about.
no, we got stuff from people when we did it live last time. There's a
Oh,
new amusement park. I looked at it. I want to research it a little before we announce it because last time we did this, it was Graybeard or Blackbeard or Purple Beard, and that might be a scam. So
we don't know yet. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So I want to
So,
investigate a little bit.
Okay. Lorraine says, do you and Mike ever stop working? You know what? We don't because it's not work. This is fun to us. Talking to you guys, providing a place for everybody to get together and talk, and then creating our own puzzles in this grand adventure, planning our bigger treasure hunt, which will be down the road, which will be after the Vegas Die comes out and after AGKs comes out. If anybody wants,
but Mike threw down something
for that treasure hunt. Yeah.
Mike threw down something, and we're going to do this tomorrow. He said we're going to pick a time, and he said right after we go on live, but we were supposed to go on live several hours ago, and we're going to shut down our phone.
Oh, that's right.
All we're going to do is both of us and the kids hang out. And nobody's allowed to look at their phone. Nobody's allowed to get online. Nobody's allowed to get on in front of a computer or TV or video game. And we have pools, we have parks, we have bikes, we have other things. That's all we're going to do. And we were supposed to do it tonight, and life got in the way. Tomorrow, I can tell you that's what we're going to do. And I don't care if Thor explodes and the Facebook has hater. I don't care. We're going to do it.
Yeah. So we need to take a break and just go do some other things. But me and K-Pro like other things. We like to play poker. You know, we like to do treasure hunts, and it's possible we found a new treasure hunt that's here in Vegas. I'm kind of researching that now, but I haven't been able to figure it out for sure yet. But anyway, it's one we've mentioned. It's just we think it's here in Vegas, where we don't know, you know, where it is. AGK says, turns out the 50 proof copies of the first edition are going to be the only copies of the first edition. Everything ordered after today will be the second edition. So, Toby, just to be clear, I'm getting the Kindle, but I'm ordering the book as well. I just want the Kindle because I'll have it first. Or I'm getting a book. I mean, if I don't order it, I'll get it. Yeah. But here's breaking news. Toby, aren't you coming on our show next week? Didn't we set that up already? What day is that? I mean, what day is it? Is it Thursday next week? I can't remember.
No, it's
no, I think it's Thursday next week is the 3rd of September, and I think that's what we said. Tell us, Toby. You probably know.
That's the problem.
Oh, well, we're going to give feedback, Toby. We're going to do Zooms, which you can be a part of, but I'm sure if you don't comment and you don't sway anybody, but you could be a part of our Zooms that we do if you want.
You know what? I have to tell you, Toby, if you would, you will find so many things fascinating. I've been listening to some of the discussion, and I want to say, don't go down that rabbit hole. And oh my gosh, they got that. And it's awesome.
For the grand adventure, the puzzles that me and K-Pro have devised and we're paying a lot of money for. Next Thursday, Toby and Shelly, I assume, will be on Cowlazars channel next Thursday. Coffee with K-Pro and Cal. We will have Toby to answer questions about their new treasure hunt, which will be awesome. But what I was saying is what K-Pro is referring to is we've been doing closed Zooms for the paying members of the Grand Adventure. It's a place for them to come in and discuss. Me and K-Pro listen, but we don't participate in any way. We just listen. And to hear the way the rabbit holes people go down, the logic, the thinking, the thought process, it really is helpful as a treasure creator, somebody that creates puzzles and clues towards something. It really helps to hear everybody talk. Heck, I may do a Zoom when we get done. I know it's 10 o'clock at night. I know it's 1 a.m. on the East Coast. But for the people that can't sleep, maybe they want to come in and talk about the Grand Adventure.
Well, here's the problem.
Yeah.
I am going to be traveling at that time. So we'll figure something out. I don't know if we'll sign in.
Oh, that's right. You are going to be traveling Thursday. I didn't think about that one. Well, if it's just me and Toby, it's just me and Toby. But we'll figure that out.
I don't like to leave you boys.
This is how you can contact me, Cowlazars at gmail.com. That's a new email address I just had today. No, that's the email I've always had. Cowlazars@gmail.com. All right, so I'm going to get on Amazon, Toby, and I'm going to order the Kindle, and I want to see when it tells me when it'll be available. That's all. I just want to read it. But yeah, I'll let you know for sure. Bobby D says, do a Zoom. You missed a couple, Bobby, this week, huh? So you know what?
Minotaur.
When I get off.
Minotaur says, do we agree Cowlazars puzzles are too hard?
Nope.
Okay.
No comment. I'll give something away.
No. He didn't say Cowlazars. Do you agree that Cowlazars? He said K-Pro. So I was reading it for me teeing up my answer. Here's the thing. I have not looked at any of his poems or puzzles or riddles or advanced cipher or advanced physics or Mars alien knowledge you need for his stuff. I know I did on 2 different occasions participate in the Grand Adventures. I gave up before I could even figure out what to do. So for me, I already believe they're too hard because 1 of the perception and 2 cipher knowledge that is needed. My opinion. Now, some people are saying the same thing about mine. I believe mine is so basic, I am shocked. And some people are starting to get it. So it's interesting. Is that a tent behind the dining room table?
It is.
We're a tent. We're a kid world. And
I have to sleep when K-Pro's mad at me. I'll admit it. Our literal doghouse. No, just kidding. Yeah, that's actually, I should not have brought that idea up.
There's already a place in the garage of when Mike has to move out stuff. And I'm like, wait, but this is Mike's place. And the kids think it's the funniest thing. They will take like stuffed animals out to his boxes.
All my treasure hunting books with me. MPH says, how do I get Vegas Die without making you send a copy to Japan? I know there will be a Kindle version of Vegas Die available, but I don't know when. I don't think it's available right on the day, which is September 1st or September 15th is the official release date. I can't remember. So MEH, whenever the electronic copy is available, and we'll know from Steven when it is, I will let you know so you can get the Kindle version. Okay. And Minotaur Moreno, yes, your Where Warm Waters Halt is still in play because your Where Warm Waters Halt was in the state of Wyoming. So at this point, all I can say is yes, it's still in play. Just like Try the Wheel is in play, because in my opinion, it referred to the medicine wheel that's also in Wyoming. So I hope maybe, wouldn't it be cool if Forrest would just clarify and say, Try the Wheel was not an intentional message. You guys are crazy. You don't slide. You don't mess with my phone.
Everybody wants that one thing.
Or if he just gave things like that have nothing to do with the real solution, he just ruled out all the crazy theories that we had along the years.
Can I say something? Yes. I want some people, because I know this will be headline news tomorrow. I want some people to realize that tent behind him was a fun way for the kids to set up forts and things. Mm-hmm. When I am in Mike's presence and Mike is in my presence, though I do have to say we get a little grumpy about treasure hunting. Other than that, we're talking poker, and every night I go to bed and I thank God for the life I have with Mike. And I just wanted to take a minute to say, Mike, you are the most easygoing guy that I just say, how did I get so lucky? But I wish you agreed with me on treasure hunts, because ciphers, codes, even though you paid a couple people to get your hunt up to mine, I just don't get that.
Here's the deal, guys. When the Grand Adventure is over and we have our winners and all the awesome items that we have drawn for, which was part of the $20 admission, when all that's in the mail and everything's over, we're going to go live and we're going to give these solutions, and you guys will see. And that's what we want, is feedback. You will see how the puzzles were solved. You will see. Bobby D says he's getting some solved, so we'll see. But with what you just said, K-Pro, I say
that was just for you, baby.
That's right. This house and everything in it, it was just for you. So thank you to K-Pro, because I never would have had all this. I'd still be in that small apartment making videos, just me and my cup of coffee. Okay. Copper Dan is in the house.
What? There he is. And all I say is I tell my kids, because we've been through, we kind of hit high life, and we've hit some part.
Live audio of Copper Dan in Yellowstone next weekend. Be careful walking back to that hotel room.
God. All I will say, I tell my kids, they say, where do you want to live? And I said, I would live under a bridge with you. I would hashtag live under a bridge with you. I'd live under a bridge with you, Mike. But my kids, they know no matter what happens, where you go in life, you can live under a bridge with somebody if you love them.
That's
Take
right.
a second. Life is so good. Smell the roses. You know what? Right now, and I don't know if it's going to last forever, but life is really, really good right now,
Freddie
even
Richards.
though there's
Yeah.
hard days. What is
No,
Freddie?
it is good. Capro being here, it's great. Freddie Richards says, my cat just scattered my Catan board I set up for Mr. Clue's hunt. I'm taking it as a sign I should give up. Here's the deal. Talking about Mr. Clue and the Catan treasure hunt. If there's anybody in LA that maybe could check something out for us, we did a private Zoom. I gave my thoughts on where I thought it could be. So if anybody's in the LA area, let me know because I have somewhere for you to check. And we can work out a split or we could work out how that works. But yeah, I think I might know maybe
Hey, Mike.
where it is. Yeah.
Hey, Mike. I grew up in the LA area. I have probably 50 people.
But can you trust them though? Can you trust them like we
more
could?
than treasure hunters? For God's
More than
sake,
treasure hunters. All right. Well, then we need to have somebody check what we were talking about. So okay. That is in fact video of Copper Dan from the World Series of Fenn. He was trying to get to his up the stairs to his Holiday Inn suite. And when he fell, all the Forrest Fenn searcher coins came out of his pocket. And that's what the live audio is. And they just came down the steps. Actually, let's listen to it again because it's crazy how my phone happened to be on when this happened. I'm not exactly sure how this happened, Dan, but this way you can always remember that World Series of Fenn. And you never know. Maybe it'll happen again to Yellowstone this week, next week. There he is. Remember, he thought then he missed and he fell. There's the coin.
No, the only thing I vaguely remember is you said, I'm videotaping now. And Copper Dan was nice and close to me in the party bus.
One of them rolled down the parking lot. So, yeah, it's live audio, everybody.
Yeah, there you go. Well, how do we get
what about that black dude that had all that Cialis?
That's not a live audio. I'm not sure what that's from, but hopefully that doesn't happen this next weekend. Okay, everybody. K-Pro looks shocked. That's raw and awesome, Angelin Jolly says. It sounds like it hurt. Well, that's Copper Dan for you. And Copper Dan and Chasing Indy are going to be roommates, is what Indy just put in the chat. Geez, that's going to be interesting.
No.
You guys,
no, wait.
On your phones to Zoom and let's go live while you're out there.
Wait, what I heard is Indy, Copper Dan, GTC, and Jeff, JK Pioneer, are all going to be roommates.
Wow. That's going to be interesting. There'll be some live audio, I think, of that little trip.
Oh, please do not play a clip right now.
Moreno says, what was the first moment you fell in love with K-Pro? The first moment I fell in love with K-Pro, I remember it distinctly, very vividly, was the moment I saw her walk into Forrest Fenn's den. So when I got into Forrest Fenn's house, I was like, wow, this is the den. I'd seen in all the interviews. I see everything on the walls. I'm talking to Forrest, the Jackie O brandy bottle, everything. And then here comes K-Pro, walked right by me and ignored me. But I said, oh, yes, I will have her. Oh, yes. It may take a while, but I will have her. And that's what happened because good things happen to good people. So there you go.
And I don't remember this at all. And I feel so terrible. I was so focused on Operation Jamie. And he did say you came in and you were like, here's the tickets and here's the info and here's the security and here's the this and here's the that. And I was like, I remember him eventually. And we were there.
And
I
then,
had been late to my plane went over. Mike was in the car with Forrest. It was hilarious.
Copper Dan says we're going to snuggle close to Indy.
Okay. Wait.
Indy.
Wait, Minotaur says, what was the first moment you fell in love with Cowlazars? So here was my moment. Mike had asked me if he could take me out on a date. This was several months later. And I was traveling. I was traveling and he said, I want to take you to a place that I always have loved to go and we'll get a drink. And I actually think that was where not that big drink.
Yeah.
And I told him I have some pretty challenging things happening in my life. And he's like, everybody does. And I'm like, no, like I have some crazy stuff.
And I said, but I'm Cowlazars.
And so I remember sitting there at dinner and he's like, let's go to dinner then. And I said, before we even talk anymore, I need to tell you some pretty challenging things.
And then Oh, sorry. Go
Shame
ahead.
on you. No, it was like, I just remember it being such a big deal to me where I was like this, and I was finalizing a divorce, and my kids had been through some stuff. I was transitioning on the house. I was this, I was that. There was all these things. And he goes, so basically you have a life.
I was like, that's it. That's the bad stuff. Like everybody's got that. I've been through a divorce. We all been through it.
Yeah. And then it was kind of like, oh, he's like, okay, so let's, so do you want to go out on a date? And I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
So we have our little place that was the first date.
And it was the first date, and that's considered kind of our first, and it's coming up on, I mean, in a few months, it's going to be 2 years. Can you believe it?
That's right. That's right. Chasing Indy says I shelled out $140 for my half of the room. You might want to
Ooh.
check the receipt on that one, Chasing Indy. It's not that I don't trust GTC, but you shouldn't trust GTC. Do you see the difference? Just kidding, Greg.
Ouch.
Just kidding. The swing of shame. All right. So yeah, everybody, it has been a hell of a ride for the last 2 years, for sure.
Yep.
I wish I could be there in Yellowstone.
Yeah,
wish
that's
everybody could
actually
get
the
my talk,
saddest
but
part.
yeah, that's all right. I'll be here with the kids. We'll be having fun. It's going to be junk food and video games all weekend.
Oh, no, it won't. No. I'm going to hide candy bars.
Copper Dan says, so I told my wife I'm rooming with Indy at the Yellowstone meetup. She asked to see her pic on Facebook, and oh, did I get the look? Well, then don't show her that new picture that Chasing Indy had for her thumbnail with the lollipop. And I said, nice gold in that picture. It's a good picture, Chasing Indy.
Indy, that's not what he said. And my answer when
What?
he said, you thought it was awesome, and
and you're muted. No, go ahead.
No, all I'll say is my answer was shame on you, Mike Cowlazars. And he's like, everybody's thinking it. I'm like, okay, it
That's
is.
right.
It is pretty, as pretty as you are, Candy. But oh, what is that true? Parrish Wright got shut down today. Did Parrish get solved?
What? Somebody solved Parrish? Chasing Indy, you should know. How come you didn't tell us this? I don't know.
What? No, I saw that she confirmed something, but I didn't. I had no idea. Is that true?
Kyle beat me to the joke. Yeah, is that true? Parrish has been solved, and what's the solution? That's what I want to know. Wow, Brian, did you solve it? Did you solve another one? Look at Brian lurking, trying to get Grand Adventure hints in here. It looks like stripper vibes. Yeah, it made me loud too, Minotaur. But yeah, who solved it? That's awesome. And what was the prize? I don't even know what the prize
was it solved? And then who solved it?
Brian P says yes, it was solved. So they'll reach out to us. Somebody will reach out to us.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Brian says no, it wasn't him. Okay. Oh, Chasing Indy says yes, I'm going live with them on Tuesday. So Chasing Indy's got a exclusive. The winner of Parrish will be on Chasing Indy's channel on Tuesday. So that's awesome.
Awesome.
Okay. And we've got Toby from AGK and I hope Shelly on Thursday. So you guys check that out as well.
And Monday, who do we have? What do we have?
Monday, we said after our normal show, we were going to go live just with the people that have purchased Vegas Die from us and do a private Zoom, remember? Yes. So Vegas Die private Zoom. If you want to order the book between now and then, you can, and then you'll be in the private Zoom. We actually have the first chapter of the new Vegas Die book, and we're going to read that for everybody that's in the Zoom. And that'll be Monday after the regular show. Here's the PayPal account. All you got to do is send $30. As soon as I get the books next week, I ship it right to you. And then we're all going to solve this treasure hunt for $2,500. I don't know what the show about was Monday. We haven't talked about what the show is going to be about Monday. Thursday is AGK's treasure hunt. I don't remember either. Well, we'll figure it out.
Josh?
If he can make it, but he's so busy, he hasn't been able to confirm. So Natalie will be releasing the solution to Parrish. Oh, cool. I will watch. I will be watching Tuesday then. Remind me. Somebody email me and remind me. Yeah. And then, as always, whenever somebody solves one of the Grand Adventure puzzles, whether it's K-Pro's or whether it's mine, we will go live and let everybody know. We will email everyone that's involved that has paid to let them know. And then you still have the other.
And when mine comes out, there's so many hints and clues. So many. It's going to take a while to get.
Move this closer. There you go.
So many.
All right. That's awesome. Well, I wonder who the winners are, and I wonder how that works.
I so want to know. And how I just saw an update earlier. I didn't know this. I did not know that. But
Nomadic Madman.
here's the
We can
cool
talk about
part.
Forrest Fenn Monday. Yeah. Huh? Go ahead.
It was awesome because I saw a message from Natalie on Facebook, maybe this morning or this afternoon, that word's getting out this quickly that says, boom, done. That's what we need. But you better put the solve out quickly because you might have people after you like Forrest Fenn.
Yeah. There should be a ceremonial ride shutdown ceremony. Actually, there should. That's kind of cool. Well, it's going to be a sad day when me and K-Pro shut down the AGK ride, but that's what's going to happen. So I hope you guys are ready for it. In your face, Greg and Justin, in your face.
Oh,
it was a woman who solved Parrish. Okay, interesting.
Oh, depending on the woman, there's some women that are.
Yeah.
No, not that you could determine. Hey, I have a hater on that bought into my hunt. You can't stop it, but there's certain people that. But did they announce who it was? I want to know who it was. Was it a bad person, Indy, or was it?
Was it somebody we know or not? Post today that the proxy was still in place. I think the person who found it is saying they found the proxy. Is that what you mean, Brian?
Oh, today.
It was posted today that the proxy.
Yeah, I thought I thought Natalie said I looked for it today and I confirmed it was there. I wonder if somebody followed her and then figured it out based on her being there.
I don't know. Yeah, and just so we're clear, that was not actually Copper Dan falling down the stairs, everybody. And Debbie Teal, I'll send you the sound clip. It's a sound clip. I'll send it to you. Email me. I'll send it to you.
Wait, no, aren't we bought into the Michigan hunt that started?
Oh, that's right. Johnny's Treasure Quest. The one from Macomb County starts this Sunday, and me and K-Pro are bought in, and we're not in Michigan, but I know people who would go look. So Monday we need to get up at 7 a.m. or whenever they release that damn thing. Look at the clues and try and solve it because it's for like $7,000 worth of treasure. And Johnny says if you find it, he will buy it back from you for $7,200.
And that's what happened with the first hunt.
They sold it back to him, right?
They sold it back.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure. That's Sunday. So maybe, well, we can't talk about it because it's kind of like the grand adventure that we did. You can't share them only if you bought in. So,
oh my gosh. But I will say those that do, go up on Thor, guys. If you're a part of the grand adventure, somebody has put publicly an anagram that they found that they thought was a little funny. I laughed myself, so you can go and look at it. I'm not going to confirm or deny. I just like the entire poem not to be out there because there's enough people that haven't bought in. It'll only hurt you guys. We're paying out whoever, but you got to buy in and you've got to get it. And so keep trying. Nobody has solved it as of this moment.
All right, Dirk. So Dirk Tully says, I just found you guys. Tell newbies who you are. K-Pro, who are we? Who are you, K-Pro?
Okay, my name's K-Pro. I'm Christy. About 5-6 years ago, I started in the Forrest Fenn hunt. I did nothing but work and hang out with my kids. I got the bite of treasure hunting from Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt. I stumbled upon Forrest Fenn. I sent an email to him. The rest is history. I consider him a friend. I hooked up with this guy when we were kind of helping a searcher who had lost her home and business in the California wildfire. We were doing a fundraiser. So now I'm not just about Forrest Fenn hunt. That was what I was really about. We're now doing our own hunts. We're doing our own thing, but we're also talking about all things treasure hunt related. I'm a documentarian, kind of. The documentary is not out yet, but I do some research in how all this works. And we have a YouTube. We have fun, and I own a forum called hintofriches.com. And the biggest thing is I have found friends. I'm very social. I am like the big brother person that is really into the social aspect because I found friends in this hunt that have brought me through the good and the bad times. But I do balance this hunt and this community. But Mike's my guy, and I have a treasure hunting kids, and that's me. And the only thing I say is try to have fun and not take it too serious. But you could find that treasure. You could be a millionaire, gazillionaire, kabillionaire. There you go. There you have it. Who are you, Mike?
You. That's all you care about.
Oh, I'm Mike, and I go by Cowlazars on YouTube. I've been making videos on YouTube for like 3 years now. Mostly about it started with the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt, but then it expanded to all the treasure hunts that are out there. I like the idea of somebody saying, "I'm going to hide something, and you've got to figure out how to find it. You got to figure out a riddle or a poem or puzzles or whatever it is, whether it's pictures, whether it's codes and ciphers. I like all of them. So go by Cow Lasers on YouTube. Met K Pro, changed my life for the better. She invaded Switzerland and won, and she ain't let nobody else in. Everybody. Uh, yeah, we go live every Mondays and Thursdays, and then we go live whenever there's breaking news for the Forrest and Treasure as well. We met Forrest. We consider Forrest a friend, and that's pretty cool. And yeah, we're still in shock that the Forrest Fenn Treasure is over. Because me and K-Pro came up with the idea of a treasure hunting amusement park, and each treasure hunt is a ride. And the Thrill of the Chase was the big roller coaster in the treasure hunt. And right now it has a closed sign on it because the treasure was found. But there's a lot of other rides in the treasure hunting amusement park. One of them is called the Grand Adventure, and that's where I created some puzzles. K-Pro created some puzzles, and that's out there for people to have fun with. So yeah, that's what we do. We kind of just talk about treasure hunts. The whole there's been a whole community that's been built around the Thrill of the Chase, as you can tell by these inside jokes that we've been doing, like our friend Copper Dan. We do something once a year called the World Series of Fenn, and out here in Las Vegas, we actually have a poker tournament for all the treasure hunters of the world who want to come out. And it's going to be the end of January this year if the world gets back to normal, like we hope it will by then. Is the term Switzerland code for something special? No, it's something I just made up. It's actually when the Jamie Jordan drawing started, K-Pro told me, like, you're going to get drawn into all this drama. And I was like, I'm Switzerland. Everybody likes me. She's like, you'll see. And I guess she was right. Because there's some people out there that don't like us. But you know what? That's okay. People are
No, they don't
entitled to
like
their
me.
opinions.
They don't like me.
All we
And
say is don't call
unfortunately,
names. That's all. Don't call
yeah,
names.
yeah. Well, and Switzerland again, it just can't happen, unfortunately, with some people. And so here's the cool part: we met people like Copper Dan that does
people.
art, good people. We meet Nelica, Mama Deus, Tony Henman. T Bear shows up at this event, and now he gives necklaces to like every single woman in the chase. And we have Holy, who's our secret person, and she's the voice of everything treasure hunt related. And then GTC, there's so many people that are friends now, but we have the good and the bad. We have the bad that show up in their bikinis and try to lure Mike, and Mike withstands that luring, and it's hilarious to watch the shenanigans that happen. But we say good, and positivity always triumphs over negativity. And I remember, so I will tell you a little story, and I hope Mike doesn't mind this.
Let me get the drops ready. Go ahead.
Okay. So I knew shenanigans would drop pretty quick when he was like, I'm Switzerland, everything's fine. And one of the more risque women decided to get in her bikini and do a live drop on his Facebook. And I went, so Mike, what do you think? I didn't say anything more. I wanted him to determine what to do. And she was in a begin, hi Mike, and like being very affectionate to Mike. And I said, what are you gonna do? And he's like, I already deleted it. Let's move on. And I thought, oh, how cute. And so that was the moment I realized he doesn't get involved in the shenanigans. No matter how great you look in a bikini, he doesn't do that. And though they have tried for years, and now they have entire YouTube channels that are trying to bring craziness. Yeah.
All me and K-Pro say is,
don't be a player hater.
That's right. If nobody's complaining about you, then you're doing something wrong, but that's fine. Yeah. So, and every day, check your email. You got it. Just like that. You ask and you get it. There you go.
And I will tell you, 99% of the time, I don't even tell Mike what's going on the shenanigans part. When he saw the one bikini thing, he's like, what's going on? But for the most part, like, today, when he was called some pretty nasty names, he didn't even know it because he doesn't get involved in that. Unfortunately, I think women hate on women and they do that kind of stuff. And so I think some of us get drawn into it, whether we like it or not. But Mike's just Mike. And it makes me adore him. And he gets me things like socks with his picture on it and a blanket with his
Somebody
picture
said,
on
"Can
it.
the blanket be given away at the
No,
up in Yellowstone?"
no,
That's
no,
hilarious.
no,
You,
no.
if you went to the World Series of Fenn, then you know all about the blanket.
Yeah, and
Picture of
lots of
somebody in a
searchers do.
bathtub. It's
And
crazy.
the biggest thing is, I think there's 2 or 3 people in the room that said, you guys, this is a hobby, but you guys bring me through hard times. I had the hardest time of my life, and this is before I met Mike. And Forrest helped me through. Toby helped me through, and a few other people helped me through. This is a community that just socially brings people friendships. And my best friend's a searcher. My boyfriend's a searcher. My search dad's a searcher, and some really cool people. And then all of you. And so we just have fun. You get to decide though. You can be a lurker, you can comment but not put your face out there, and then anywhere in between. But just know there's some shenanigans people out there that like to know a little more and then be a little. So that's what we reference to the people that take it a little too serious. This could be like an addiction, like gambling. Some people have lost their homes, lost their life, lost their integrity, lost a lot of things. We just don't happen to be those people. So we smile and we wish them luck. And oh my God, poker
Tony
attendment.
Hendon is in the chat. Hey, Tony, thank you so much for the necklaces. And thank you to AGK for that coin sent that K Pro won, and also the coin you sent for Sam. And I put our address, that little UPS store box, that address is where you could send me and K Pro from something if you so choose. And a lot of people have. So thank you for everybody that sent us something. And we open it live on the air and show you guys stuff. Mail time.
I will tell you, I got a funny email. You guys need to stop sending Forrest stuff because he asked me, have you set a date yet for your wedding? And I'm like, Forrest, no, you would be the first to know. And he's like, well, that's what I heard. And I'm like, and I know I got a little emotional. And so
Forrest is probably watching, or he'll watch the replay. So Forrest, if you tell us where the actual location was, that's where we're going to get married. We're going to have a searcher wedding, and it's going to be at your secret special spot. And we promise to clean it up, and we promise that nobody will ever know we were there. But if you tell me or K-Pro, no, we don't tell anybody. But if you tell me or K-Pro where the spot is, then we'll go. We'll get married.
And all of you searchers, or most of
you
will be invited.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
We'll live stream it. It'd be great.
Okay, and chasing Indy, Mike, you're gonna be really jealous. Do you remember when I tried to put on the fake eyelashes because of Indy, and it was terribly wrong?
Yeah.
Indy's actually bringing in Yellowstone some of them, and she's gonna show me actually how to do it. I'm gonna be
fake eyelashes. Really? Candy wears fake eyelashes.
Do you remember the one night she was upset? She was crying, and they were like down here. And
nice. I thought it was a fake.
her.
No, pickle.
Anyway. No, she's beautiful, and I want to be like her, and I'm so excited. She said that today, and I was like, oh my God. And I might bring a wig. It doesn't even fit. I don't know.
I don't think she's watched any of the videos, Brian, to tell you the truth. She's just not interested. And Tony, just in case you came in late, you didn't know, K-Pro will in fact be in Yellowstone. Is Tony going? Will he be there?
Why do you think he sent somebody? He said we have to see each other again.
Oh, well, awesome. Well, then you'll be there. I'm not going to go. I'm holding down the fort here, but K-Pro will be there. She will bring, of course, the necklaces to give away. And yeah, you guys are going to have a great, fun time. So
yes, there you go. There you have it.
Everybody take a lot of video so I can see what I missed when you guys get back, or whether we do it live or whatever. Video 12, huh? I'm trying to think why. What's video 12? Why should she watch video 12, Brian? You don't mean the master video. You mean the 12th puzzle, right? Video 12. Trying to think what's in it that you're saying K-Pro should watch it. I have to think about that one. All right. Are they magnetic? All right, everybody.
I've been looking at those. Nope, there's nothing else. We're going to have fun no matter what happens. I want you to know, if you're going to Yellowstone, I'm going to just say this right now. 3D bronze is there. I already told you where it was. Unfortunately, his directions are no bueno. I don't know what that means, but I will tell you, There is going to be some big surprises. We're going to try to make it epic. We're going to try to make it fun. I want you guys, and here's what I do. Just be ready for it. Whether you like me or don't like me, I put all that aside in an event. I just want to meet you. I want to hear a story. If you say you're not my favorite, I'll move on. But I want every single person to feel special. Randy Pischel said, I'm kind of an introvert and I'm going to sit in the corner. Hey, Randy, I'm going to introduce you to every single person at this event. I'm going to make you get outside your comfort zone because there was a guy named Cowlazars that said to me a couple years ago at
I'm an
Operation
introvert.
Jamie, I'm an introvert.
Or
And
was.
then I remember him drinking a drink going, this tastes like a gingerbread house. Get
Yeah.
a drink in, Mike. Oh my gosh, he's not a drinker. And things can happen. And so I want every person to feel special and fun, and I'll dance or sing, or I'm ridiculous at all of them. I just want all you to feel special and happy. And I can't wait to see you all. My only regret right now is that Mike can't be there. But there you go.
All right, but I'm glad K-Pro's able to go, so that's fine. You guys will have fun. But remember, we're doing the World Series of Fenn in January of next year. So I want to see everybody that's Yellowstone. I want to see you out here in Vegas in January. But that's a couple months away. Actually, it's all coming up a lot quicker than we think. So we will have details on that after the Forrest Fenn meetup in Yellowstone.
Okay, my last comment. Indy said the weirdos came into my chat yesterday and announced they'd be at the event. Here's the thing. Every single event, and we have done maybe 8 to 10 of them, has somebody that has said they are negative, there's a beef, there's something. They come to the event and they realize we're all the same. We might have different interpretations or thoughts or considerations about this chase, but we're all the same. I've met Bill Gorman. I met his dog. I gave his dog part of my margarita. There are some really lovely people that I think when we get behind keyboards, we get really worked up and we have so many miscommunications. I'm hoping this is like so many of the others. I used to get so worried about it. I hope it's a time to sit down and go, you're kind of like me. You really wanted to be a part of this. Why? I have met a homeless person finding the Forrest Fenn treasure out of his van. I have met a multimillionaire working on this as their hobby, and I've met everybody in between. I've met professors, PhDs, I've met welders, I've met everybody. We all have one common bond. And so I'm not going to get too into it, but I'll just say I'm not worried that anybody's not going to get along, because once you get there, you realize we are not one or two, we're 50, 60, 70, 80, and we just kind of do our thing, and it's kind of fun, even though we might then go right back to being not nice to each other on our YouTube channels or whatever. We all come together at these events, and I hope that's what happens. So
it will. Everybody will be fine. It always
yeah.
is when one of these events happens. There's never been any issue. Yeah, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I think that's it. I am going to do a Zoom for you Grand Adventure participants. I know it's late, but sometimes those are where the best ideas come from, late at night. So I'll send the Zoom invite out to everybody who's paid into the Grand Adventure. You guys can still get in if you want to. Remember, all the money goes to the winners. So Toby and Shelly, I hope, from AGK are going to be on the show Thursday night. Monday night, I'm not sure what show we're going to do. Could be Forrest Fenn. Oh, actually, you know what we said? We were going to show the rest of the Forrest Fenn clip on Monday. But Monday after the regular show, we're going to do a closed Zoom just for those who have ordered Vegas Die from us. And we're going to read the first chapter. K-Pro, is your wedding still scheduled during the next World Series of Fenn? Wait, is this chat private? You never know what might happen in Vegas. It's Vegas.
You know what? This is the one thing that I always say. When am I getting married? When Mike asks.
Oh, and there it is, everybody. And there it is.
Okay, and somebody else
how will I ask? It'll be a series of puzzles that she has to solve. It'll be her own very grand adventure.
Do you have a PhD? Bobby, I do have a doctoral degree that came out. I know you were surprised. I was listening in the Zoom. That is why the famous quote about K-Pro needs a crutch, PhDs need a crutch. It is true. It is true. There's a few of us. MEH is another. There's a few others. And that's the cool thing that I think is so great about this hunt, is all different walks of life. I feel like I'm book smart, but I'm not as street smart or smart about certain things. And God, I just put Decal. Decal is a great example. He's a welder, and he is so smart when it cut. He is beyond. He was over at the house the other night with Lisa and Mark West, and it was like they were discussing things that I just wasn't up to date on. And I was just like, God, I love this community. It's so fun to watch different people. She's a lawyer, he's corporate type, Mike's IT, we had kids. I mean, it was just, it's fun. Okay, I'm going to stop because I'm going to get emotional.
We could go all night, everybody. K-Pro's going to cry her eyes out up in Yellowstone, and that's okay. Somebody give her some Kleenex. Okay, everybody. Parrish will be on channel Tuesday. Email us. Let's send us the invite, Candy. Maybe we'll come on and ask Parrish some questions. You never know. We'll see.
So fun.
We're so busy, though. Who knows what's going on? Okay, everybody. Good luck. Grand adventure to Mary Cowlazars. Wouldn't that be something to make her solve that little scavenger hunt around the house? Okay. Thanks, everybody. That is the message from Forrest as of tonight. The shift has focused over to the coding area. You guys make of that what you as always.
Area.
As always, we will go live whenever we have an update on the Forrest Fenn Treasure Found. And on Mondays and Thursdays, we go live about the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Make sure you share it. And we appreciate it, everybody. We'll see you probably over the weekend. We'll go live again because that's what we do. So
you're great, and you're great, and you're great, and great, and you guys are special. Thank you.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. I said good day.